What's happening, y'all? Hope you guys are doing all right. I'm going to break down a tune that I got a request for a couple of videos ago called Sligo Maid. It's a great standard session tune, one that comes up all the time. It's fun to play. I kind of tend to play it with a bit of that cut rhythm. You probably heard that when I did it just now. But I'm going to break down the basic melody. We'll go back and add in the ornaments and all the fun stuff. First half, run that again. There's a triplet there that's fairly important. You don't necessarily have to, but I think it adds a lot. Second half, the first half of which is actually the same as the first half of the tune. So the first half of the second half, hopefully that makes some amount of sense. It's really just that last bit in the middle there that's different. I'll run that again. Right, now I'll do the whole thing, chain it all together. Hopefully we'll get this down. Second half jumps up to the top octave, as a lot of these tunes do. Starts on the high A. One thing to note when you're practicing tunes like this, if you're in an apartment, if you're sharing walls, if you're nearby people who might get driven crazy by squeaky high notes on the whistle, you can play just one, you can play down the octave, as opposed to jumping up high, but you can also just play over the top of it. Maybe you can hear this, maybe you can't. Little trick I like to do when I don't want to drive anybody nuts. Okay, so B part, assuming we're playing up the octave. It's the beginning of it. I'll do that again. Next little section, instead of going up to the A, goes to the G. So I'll play all that bit just together. The second half starts the same way as the first half of the B part does. Again, jumping up high. So then it just rounds out kind of the same way the A part does. So play the whole B part all the way through. Cool. Ornaments-wise, right? That's the fun part. At least I think it's the fun part. There's a lot of held notes, a lot of quarter notes, I would say more than average, but it starts right off the bat with an A. Remember that triplet from the beginning. So there's a couple of things you can do. Kind of a cut and a slide, and then another cut, or you can do a half roll like that. That triplet there is nice, especially on the whistle, because it really pops out. Basically just cuts, not doing a whole lot on there. Half roll there. I like those because they're kind of punchy, especially when you're landing on one like that. I'm just doing cuts on the B's there. Pretty straightforward. Do a slide there. You can do a cut on the D. Roll there. Or just a cut, either way. As we come back up to the B on the second half of the A part, I usually do a roll there. And it's the same as what we had before, pretty basic to wrap it up. B part, jumping up high. There's a lot of A's, a lot of held A's, high A's in that one, so it's kind of nice to break it up with something, otherwise they get a little shrill. So, just doing a tap and then a roll. You can do that, or short roll, either way. All I really did there was just a slide on the B. And when you land on that D, you can do a cran if you're so inclined, or not. And sometimes I'll do a cran to separate D's there. Just a roll on G. Not really doing much there other than tonguing to kind of separate that. I mentioned early on that I kind of give this tune a bit of a lift, a bit of a hornpipe feel, that cut rhythm. Certainly don't have to, it just seems like it fits pretty well for this one. And then we're back around to the same bit we just did. Again with the roll on G. Finishing with the short roll. That's how I like to do it anyway. Hope you guys like this one. It's a great tune. It's a lot of fun to throw in the middle of a set. Let me know what you think. Any questions, requests, all that stuff. I will see y'all in the next one. And the next one I'm doing another giveaway. Just keep that in mind. Deuces.